Gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome you aboard this El Al flight. On behalf of El Al, the captain and the crew, we wish you all a pleasant flight. El Al, it's not just an airline, it's Israel.
ארץ זבת חלב, חלב ודבש. ארץ זבת חלב, חלב ודבש. ארץ זבת חלב, חלב ודבש. ארץ זבת חלב, חלב ודבש.
To write a Sefer Torah. It's a mitzvah in this week's parsha. Va'ata kitvu lachem et hashira hazot. The Torah is referred to as a song because music grows. It has its melody, its bass, its harmony, just like the Torah and Psukim, with Mefarshim, Rashi, explanations, modern discussions in Torah and Halacha. But the actual mitzvah of writing a Torah is a truly fascinating mitzvah. Here in Bet El, there is a tefillin factory. The same way that we write Sefer Torah, we also write mezuzot, tefillin, and megillot. Let's take a close look at some of the steps in writing some of these very precious things that we have. Here is a pair of tefillin. These tefillin have been opened to be checked, and if we look inside the tefillin, we will find that the parshiot that are here are written the same way that the Torah is written. Here, take a close look. Similarly, we have a mezuzah, beautifully written by a sofer. The writing is done not with any pen, with a special feather pen and special ink. And it's written on parchment, not paper. Let's take a look at how all of these things are made. Parchment is made from hide of an animal and sanded down by hand and then by machine to make a very smooth surface. The ink is made by boiling different ingredients like walnuts, starting in white water, and as it boils, it turns dark, mixed with a little bit of akaba gum and some other minor ingredients to make a very dark black and long-lasting ink. The quill, or kulmus, often uses a turkey feather. The feathers are removed from the back to make it smooth and nice, and then the quill itself is formed out of the bottom of the feather, creating just a small space for the ink to sit. Making a feather quill is one of the most important parts of being a sofer. They say that 80% of safrut is making the quill. A good quill writes beautifully, and a bad quill is worthless. This is a project that's practiced many times over by sofrim until they're comfortable with their writing utensil. Writing itself is an art and takes a long time. The average Sefer Torah takes about a year to write, cautiously and carefully filling in each letter with the beautiful tagim on the top and the letters to look just perfect. Although the writing of the Torah originally took place at Har Sinai, and we've been writing the Torah in a very similar manner for so many years, prolonging our Torah, keeping our tradition, I'd like to take a tour to a brand new country, not too old, and how the concept of writing a Torah, the actual penning of the Torah, played a huge factor in the birth of this really, really amazing country. Check it out. Welcome to Philadelphia, historical Philadelphia. This is Independence Hall, and in this building, a very important document was signed. This document was so important that when the 13 colonies got together to write and sign this document, they wanted to make sure that it would last forever. That's the Declaration of Independence. And they discussed how to write such a document. One person said, in order to write a document that's going to last forever, let's look at other documents that were written that have lasted forever. Someone else said, oh, I know. The Torah was written and has lasted forever, thousands of years. We should find out how to write the Declaration of Independence the same way the Torah was written. And they searched and found a rabbi in Philadelphia and asked him, how do we write the Torah that it lasts for so many years? And he explained, with a feather, special ink, and on parchment. They said to the rabbi, can we buy these things from you? And as the story is told, he agreed, selling them the ink they needed, the feathers, and the parchment. The Declaration of Independence was written and signed the same way that a Torah would be written. Recently, a number of years ago, when studying the Declaration of Independence very carefully, something very interesting was found about the ink used in the Declaration of Independence. Most inks in those days were made up of walnuts and akaba gum and water and beetle juice. But in the Torah, we don't use beetle juice. And in the Declaration of Independence, the ink does not have beetle juice. See you next time on Artzenu, where we tour and travel through our homeland, through Eretz Yisrael. Shalom.